All right, what does it mean to remove contingencies, or what are contingencies anyways? So let's try to walk through that because it affects obviously the buyer and the seller. When you write an offer, there are contingencies. These are things that are keeping you from closing or keeping you from moving forward. They could be your inspections, they could be reviewing disclosures, it could be getting your appraisal done, it could be getting your final loan approval so that you can go ahead and move forward and buy this house. So what we look at with these contingencies, obviously, is a time period. Standard contingencies right now on a California residential purchase agreement is 17 days for everything. But you can always shorten those or try to lengthen those if you need to. Right now in this market, a lot of that's happening in a lot shorter time. Usually you can get that appraisal done in 7 to 10 days. You can do your inspection in 5 to 7 days. Loan approval, you should already have, if you're a buyer out there right now and you don't have a fully underwritten pre-approval where you're pretty much good as cash walking in the door, you've got some issues. The only thing you should be waiting for is an appraisal if you need that to get done. So those things can be shortened. And what happens when you do that is, let's say you remove those contingencies, you're happy with your disclosures, you sent in a request for repairs, and maybe you and the seller negotiated some repairs or some credits, and then you got your appraisal back, and that came back okay. And maybe you've already got, like I said, that loan full pre-approval done. So once you remove all those contingencies, now your deposit, which you put in the escrow at the beginning, is now at risk. Until that time, until you removed all your contingencies, that's not at risk and you're okay. But once you say, hey, I'm ready, you sign a contingency removal form saying I remove all my contingencies. If on day 28 now of a 30-day escrow, you say, I don't want the house anymore, you could lose that deposit or up to 3% of the purchase price. Whatever you have there in escrow, it could be up to 3% of the purchase price. You can lose that to the seller if you decide to pull out. So you have to really make sure when you remove those contingencies, you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and what's going to happen if now you decide not to move forward once you sign that paper and sent it over to the seller. So things to think about with the contingencies, I can walk you through this. I do it with all my clients during a buyer consultation. I can walk you through that. I walk through it with all my sellers during their listing agreement to make sure they understand what happens and what we're looking for on timeline. Okay, but I'd be more than happy to reach out, or have you reach out to me and walk you through that. So reach out anytime. Agent B, here to help when you're ready. I'll see you.